I'll be
Time check at 6 o'clock in the studios of DBS Radio, your nation station. Next time you hear the sound of my voice will be for the evening announcements right here. It's time to bring you the evening news.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
Good evening and welcome to the DBS Evening News. In the headlines, a second police officer, Joshua Hamlet, has been charged and remanded in custody following the death of 16-year-old Jebiah Paul of Portsmouth.
In news from the region, American Friends of Jamaica officially handed over 200,000 packets of organic seeds to Jamaica.
And on the international scene, U.S. President threatens to bomb Oman if the country gets in the way of U.S. efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. I'm your presenter, Arlian Christopher.
And I am Rhonda Luke.
The details of the news when we return.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Police officer Joshua Hamlet has been charged and remanded in custody following the death of 16-year-old Jebiah Paul of Portsmouth. He is the second police officer to be charged in the incident. Hamlet was taken to court this morning where the charge was read to him.
According to the complaint of Deputy Chief of Police Jeffrey James, it is alleged that Joshua Hamlet of Portsmouth, who reside at Belvie-Chopin, on July 24, 2026 at Capuchin, murdered Jebiah Paul. The accused, who is represented by attorney Donia Wood Stewart, was not required to enter a plea during his court appearance, as the matter is an indictable offense, expected to be tried at the High Court. State Attorney Kevin Julian and Gabriel Saint-Hilaire appeared on behalf of the prosecution. Regarding the prosecution's readiness to proceed, Attorney Julian told the court that the matter remains under investigation and the prosecution would require 6 months to complete the case file. He noted, however, that disclosure would be ongoing and continuous as the investigation progresses. The matter was adjourned to October 2nd, 2026 at the Portsmouth Magistrates Court. Last week, another police officer, 23-year-old Jean-Luc Rudy Langlais, was also charged with the murder of 16-year-old Jebiah Paul. On August 12th, police discovered human remains in a precipice at Capuchin, believed to be those of the missing teenager who had been reported as missing by her family. Both men are now remanded into custody at the Dominica State Prison. Ronaldo Luke Pascal reporting for DBS News.
Meantime, 2 men have been charged with the 2025 murder of Jean-Yves Bruno and the attempted murder of Curtis and Charles.
Alexis and Reiner appeared before the Roseau Magistrates Court, charged with the murder of 32-year-old Jean-Yves Bruno of Caneville and the attempted murder of Curtis and Charles of Silver Lake. According to the complaint, the incident occurred on July 8, 2025, on River Street, Roseau, near the Baffin State Bridge. According to police reports, Bruno and Charles were awaiting transportation to work that morning when they were shot. Charles was taken to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, and after receiving medical treatment, he was subsequently discharged. Bruno, however, succumbed to his injuries that morning and was pronounced dead. Alexis and Reiner, who are both represented by attorney-at-law Gina Abraham Thomas, were not required to enter pleas as the charges are indictable offenses. The two men were remanded into custody at the Dominica State Prison. The matters were adjourned to December 7th, 2026. Ronaldo Luke Pascal reporting for DBS News.
And thank you very much, Ronaldo Luke Pascal, for that report.
Still on the local news, Dominica's Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerrit, has highlighted what he says is the professional performance of the police in the investigation into the matter which involves 16-year-old Jabia Paul of Portsmouth. Skerrit says her death is unfortunate.
I just want to extend my heartfelt sympathies to the family and friend of the young girl who lost her life in an unfortunate and tragic way. Such incidents is not something that we would wish on anybody or we welcome in our country. And so I can appreciate the trauma and the heartache which her family has been experiencing over the last several days. I also want to commend the police for what I consider to have been a very professional and methodological and systematic investigation that was carried out, continues to be carried out, in ensuring that efforts towards searching and seeking to locate the young lady were made, and eventually an arrest was made. It is unfortunate news that somebody is dead, but it's also important that we look forward to justice being served and let the process carry itself. The courts are there, the judicial system is there. I will leave it to the police to do the work, and I'll leave it to the courts to do its work.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit.
In other news this evening, Dominican guitarist Jerry Muller says he is elated to have received Dominica's highest cultural award, the Golden Drum Award. Muller was among 6 cultural icons who received the Golden Drum Award at the State House Conference Center over the weekend.
It's a pleasure, I'm happy that I got this award. Very good. It's somewhere in the 80s. Started playing music with RSB Band and then with Freddie Nicholas and Fitzgerald Williams, Jeff Joe, Gordon, Nasio. I did something with Nasio too at one time. That was a long time ago. Just a musician that doing this thing to please the people. Well, from listening to the radio and then hearing musicians like Julie Mate, Freddie, and the Swinging Stars Band, and then I just end up liking the music. And I love for the music from listening to the radio. Thanks to all those who make it possible for me to receive this award. Thanks to the Cultural Division, Tasha P. Yeah, thank you.
And that is guitarist Jerry Muller, a Golden Drum awardee. The Golden Drum Award also went to Tony Justin Toussaint of Grand Bay for promotion and development of Bel Air.
Honestly, I feel proud, but I have to give the credit to the drummers and Tradibel Cultural Group that keep me in the process and don't give it up at all. Because I never believed I would reach that far to get that Golden Drum Award if it wasn't for the group and the members and the drummer. I took my first Children Bel Air Prize in RBD Cinema 1981, and I never lose from that. I decided to myself, give somebody else a chance. I resigned in competition, but I never give up the dancing. I could dance for association, for a school, a church, any society, teach children, but competition, I just out of it for now. But I love the dancing, it's a passion for me. I love it, that is part of me. When I hear the culture, I feel as if I grow it. Well, the message I will give to the rest of Dominicans, everybody was made to have a profession, and the culture in me, it stay in me, and I would encourage all Dominicans to keep the culture alive. Don't look for money, because if you are looking for money, I would not reach that far. The money is just a little compensation. You have to love what you're doing, love the culture, and keep the culture alive, because this is what belongs to us.
And that is Golden Drum awardee Tony Justin Toussaint of Grand Bay. Meantime, Leon Christian received the Golden Drum Award for promotion and development of music education, choral leadership performance, and sacred music industry.
I am a music educator, and I also play for churches. I'm an organist and pianist for the cathedral and Methodist churches. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited. I'm proud of myself, and it's been a long journey because over the time my hands have been depleting, and it means a lot to me that I could come here and perform and receive this award? To keep striving, if you have a goal, keep working towards it and never give up.
And that is Leon Christian. Meantime, Birdie Philip of Grand Form, a traditional cultural dancer over several years, says the Golden Drum Award is a dream come true.
I feel good, I feel proud, I feel everything for getting that award tonight. I cannot say how many years, but I know I danced a lot for the past years. And also singing. I sing with the Obi Vice group for a long time. And I danced with Mr. James Mackenzie when I was 15 years. And then after that, I formed my own group. So I was the leader of my group. So I had different people dancing for me. Every year, I used to recruit people because some people don't want to do the dance, and some people say they don't have money, they don't have this. I used to recruit people. But we had fun. But the problem is, on the East especially, I want them to take part in the culture. The culture is ours, and if we even die, we just know the culture die. Because I see the East dying already, and we have to do something about it. But even if you see my EXO, I stay willing to teach. I went to teach this culture in Grand Form, so that the culture will not die. I just fit in the as you see, I would be there stay, but no, the award just nice. I was always thinking I would get an award, so because they had recognized me already for that, with that same thing. I just know I had to get that award already. And I just say thanks to God and thanks to the people that helped me to get it.
Golden Drum awardee Birdie Philip. The other Golden Drum awardees are Robert Armstrong James for promotion and development of contemporary classical music and Lauren Delsol for development and promotion of Creole wear and traditional culture.
Meanwhile, 5 special awards were presented to Mary Pascal Afana for excellence in music performance and choral music, Dighton Bollier for excellence in music performance and education, as well as Andrea Louis for excellence in the promotion and development of steel pan music.
I feel very happy, to be honest. It's unexpected, as the minister said, because you do this for the love of it, not expecting recognition or reward. So it's very flattering to be recognized, and it's very humbling as well. Hopefully teach more steel bands, because right now I have Convent Prep, Pine Harmony Junior and St. Joe, but I'm hoping that more come on board to keep the movement growing and going, because it really is up to the youth and we're here to teach and to pass on. So I hope that more communities get involved in keeping the steel pan art form alive and growing. It is the biggest award, I would say, solo, because I have gotten special recognition under Pan in Harmony and Genesis Steel Orchestra, but as a solo, as an individual, then it is my biggest award culturally, yes.
Special recognition awardee Andrea Louis. St. John Primary School for traditional dance and music and Mickey Graham for excellence in fashion design also received the special recognition award.
I feel very honored, I feel humbled, I feel encouraged. I think this came at a time when I was at I won't say lowest, but there are times where as a business owner you feel discouraged, and I think that's the point I was at. And I just think it's good timing. It kind of revamped things for me. So for me right now, what I'm taking from this is just a bit of encouragement. Going forward for me, it's just moving one step closer to my plans to executing exactly what I need to execute. And hopefully maybe in the next decade I will be one of the awardees for the Golden Drum Awards.
And that was fashion designer Mickey Graham.
Local business owners are being encouraged to take advantage of a major promotional opportunity with the official launch of the 10th edition of the National Development Foundation of Dominica NDFD Creole in the Streets Expo. The annual event is designed to showcase, boost and celebrate Dominica's small business sector. Speaking at the official launch, Juanita Casey, chairperson of the NDFD Creole in the Streets Committee, announced that registration is now officially opened for interested entrepreneurs.
This year's edition is guided by the theme Dominica's Authentic Small Business Developments, Empowering Entrepreneurs, Elevating Communities, with a color scheme featuring different shades of green. The theme of this year's event highlights the importance of supporting locally owned small businesses as they contribute to the growth and development of Dominica. Empowering entrepreneurs, elevating communities means giving entrepreneurs the knowledge, resources, opportunities, and confidence they need. When small businesses succeed, they create jobs, support families, strengthen local communities, and contribute to the economy. Whether you are involved in food, beverages, agriculture, fashion, craft, beauty, industry, manufacturing, and any other areas, Creole in the Streets is a platform for you to promote your business, meet customers, and create new opportunities. I am therefore pleased to announce that registration officially opens today, August 17th, and will close on September 18th, 2026. Registration can be completed at the NDFD's office. The online registration form will be made available later this week.
That is Chairperson of the NDFD Creole in the Streets, Juanita KC. Meantime, Sales and Marketing Officer at DBS Radio, James Rodney, says the national broadcaster is happy to partner with NDFD for the 10th edition on Creole in the Streets on October 16.
I'd like to say thank you again to the NDFD for allowing DBS Radio to be part and parcel of the initiative that is Creole in the Streets. I can safely say that DBS has been already a part of it from its inception, but I believe that this year things were done a lot differently in terms of having the dialogue and the conversation from the onset so that we could have strengthened the partnership and to let NDFD understand the importance and the role that DBS Radio as a media house can play in ensuring that the Creole in the Streets, one, gets the recognition that it deserves, and also two, to assist the clients in their promotion of the services and the products that they themselves hope to highlight and promote on that given day. So it is really enlightening that DBS can be part of this initiative that is Creole in the Streets, and the word Creole, as all of us will appreciate, is really synonymous and a foundational piece in what DBS Radio is all about throughout its tenure right here in Dominica.
That is Sales and Marketing Officer at DBS Radio, James Rodney.
Finally, on the local scene, 3 positions within the Dominica Calypso Association will be contested when the association holds its annual general meeting this Saturday. The meeting, which will take place at the Calypso House in Bath Estate from 10 a.m., will discuss the past 2026 season and the upcoming 2027 Calypso season. The Dominica Calypso Association urges all Calypsonians to attend the annual general meeting. That's the national focus. Regional and international news comes up next.
Bundle and watch $98 flow back into your pocket. It's simple. Just add mobile to broadband and save big with Flow. Get fiber fast Wi-Fi at home and all the data you need on the go. We've got you covered everywhere. So what are you waiting for? It's connection times 2 and up to $98 in savings for you. Add mobile to broadband today and take your connection to the next level. Visit in-store or online at discoverflow.co for more details.
DBS News.
In news from the region, American Friends of Jamaica officially handed over 200,000 packages of organic seeds valued at approximately US $750,000 to support farmers, schools, and communities rebuilding after Hurricane Melissa.
The American Friends of Jamaica, AFJ, presented this major donation of organic seeds to the ministry at the Bottles Research Station with support from Aisha Curry, whose mother is Jamaican. Curry was moved by Hurricane Melissa's impact on farming communities and partnered with Back to the Roots to support Jamaica's recovery. The donation, which is AFJ's largest in-kind contribution to date, is undergoing quarantine and testing before being distributed to farmers, schools, and communities, with priority given to the hardest hit areas.
And on the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has threatened to bomb Oman if the country gets in the way of U.S. efforts to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and end the war with Iran. Retired Marine Colonel Mark described the threat from President Trump as pretty extraordinary.
It's a pretty extraordinary threat since Oman has been a close ally and very helpful in this war. I think what it reflects is a concern in Washington that Oman and Iran will make a deal over the strait between the two of them and not bring in the United States. That agreement may include dividing the strait so that the Iranians could institute fees, for example. Maybe the Omanis would institute fees, but it's an arrangement that would be quite detrimental for the United States and the entire world, because ceding sovereignty over a strait like this, which has been free passage for decades, would be a major problem. There are many other straits around the world that might also be subjected to sovereignty, and that would hugely disrupt global trade.
And that's the news. We've been your presenters, Ali and Christopher.
And I am Rhonda Luke. The sports comes up next with Gavin Richards.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Well, good evening. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Evening Sports Report. We're kicking off with football news because the national under-14 boys football team's hopes of qualifying for the next round of the CFU under-14 challenge suffered a setback as the team went down to Antigua as that competition continued this afternoon in the Dominican Republic. Well, Antigua took the lead very early, scoring in just the 5th minute of play. But Dominica didn't drop their shoulders and found the equalizer 10 minutes later. Jaden Victor netted the equalizer in the 16th minute of play.
Great ball here for number 7. Number 7 is on goal. Can he score? Yes, he can. Goal for number 7. Great goal here for Dominica. Jaden Victor. 1-1 is the score. What a game we have in our hands, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, both teams pressed for the winner, but it was Antigua getting the go-ahead goal after a shot from distance was fumbled by Dominica's goalkeeper. Antigua won the encounter 2-1. The loss means that Dominica must win their final match against the Cayman Islands and hope for Antigua to drop points. Well, Dominica will play the Cayman Islands on Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. Let's move to some basketball news because the Dr. Daru Prichler Sports Club Falcons big man Karim Daniel says his team has the tools to get past the happy 767 Sports Club Dominators and win this year's DABA Premier League title. Well, the Falcons will meet the Dominators in Game 1 of the best-of-5 series starting tomorrow night at the Massac Indoor Facility. The Falcons ended the season as regular season champions. Daniel says that defense will be key in the series.
Well, for playoffs, no, 767. I play with the boys very often in the park. I would say it's a good team. I would say it's almost an evenly skilled team, but I mean, it's Falcons. We are the best team. Regardless, we are the better team. But I would say it will be a very nice game, very competitive with two teams. One dream is to win. We have a size advantage. I would say we have good post players, we have good offensive players, but the main focus of the game is defense. Defense wins every game. Better defense beats better offense. So we have to set the tone on a defensive standard rather than offensive, trying to shoot frees, put up shots. We have to try to get stops over and over and over to force them out of composure. So I believe defense is the key element to winning the game for finals. It's not to say it's a team that will just they will just let us walk over them. They will fight for their victory, as every team should. So focusing on defense and keeping our composure will guide us through the finals.
And that's the Dr. Daru Prichler Sports Club Falcons center, Karim Daniel. Meantime, Dominators head coach Dunstan Maggie Peters says the Falcons won't be an easy challenge.
Well, for the season, that's the only team we lost to. So it's vengeance, you understand? And coming up against them, you're talking about height, they have height as well. They have Karim, they have Ramal, so we're just going to keep playing the way we're playing. We've been practicing, we're putting in the work. The players are putting in the work. We have quality players, they have quality players. So just looking forward to an exciting and competitive finals. And we could put out a good product for the basketball to get the fans and them excited And so we just looking forward to it. Really, we still have a game plan. We know what they can do, they know what we can do. We're just waiting for the clash. The battle of the boards, that normally says who determines who wins. So, rebounding, offensive and defensive, we need to really look forward to dominating that aspect of it. Once we can do that, and we can play good defense, solid defense, because young Karim there, he's looking to dunk on everybody. So, we have to deal with him.
And that was the Dominators head coach Dunstan Maggie Peters. Well, tomorrow's game will get underway at 9 o'clock in the evening. The DABA Division 1 finals will also take place on Tuesday, with the West Coast Ballers meeting the Posse Pacers in game 1 of their series from 7 o'clock. Let's move to cricket news, as the Barbados Tridents captain Chris Green is hoping that batter Shofin Rutherford can continue his hot form throughout the CPL. Rutherford smashed another half-century as the Tridents moved to the top of the points table in the Republic Bank CPL with a win over the St. Lucia Kings last night. Well, Green says he's happy with the start from the team this season.
Peaking at the right time for a tournament that matters, where obviously he's on my side. So I think he's a great batter, his ability to hit all around the ground. I thought he played the wind well, he played the situation well, and he got us to a formidable total.
Chris, it was a season to forget last season. It's been a perfect start. How is the vibe in the camp as a result?
Yeah, look, I think the results obviously help. It certainly doesn't dictate the feeling, regardless of winning or losing. The feeling around the group's really good. I feel like we're a close-knit group. Even last year when I came in late, the group was really close together, and I feel like that's a credit to the management and all the players that keep their emotions in check, knowing that the game can swing either way. So we obviously had a great start to this tournament, winning 2 from 2 on the road. We know it's going to be harder, but the carrot's there as we get back to Barbados. Hopefully we can play our best cricket towards the back end.
And that's the Barbados Tridents captain Chris Green. CPL action will continue tomorrow with the Jamaica Kingsmen taking on the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. That game gets underway at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening. We're staying with cricket news because Australian captain Pat Cummins says his team has to get their batting in order as they look to rebound from the historic Test defeat to Bangladesh on the weekend. Bangladesh registered their first win on Australian soil, beating the Australians by 9 wickets in the first match. Cummins says that the team, they're disappointed with the result.
Bangladesh are a really good side. Haven't played them a lot in Test matches, but played them a lot in one days, even recently. And they've got some class players. So it's not the desired result by any means. And I think the standard we hold is a bit higher than what we played this week. But
Well, what do you put the lowering standard down to? Just lack of Test cricket in the last 6 months?
I don't think so. I thought our preparation was really excellent. We spent 6 weeks or so up in Brisbane. I thought we pretty much got that bang on. So, it's hard to put your finger on. Just felt like we just didn't get off to a great start, and kind of once you're behind on a pretty good wicket against a pretty good side, it was kind of really hard to wrestle the momentum back. So, hard to put your finger on kind of just one thing, but felt a little bit off the pace.
And that's the Australian captain, Pat Cummins. The final scores in that Test match: Australia 198 and 284. Bangladesh 426 and 57 for 1. Bangladesh are leading the series 1-0. The second test will get underway on Friday. We're staying with cricket news because India continue to press on their advantage on day 3 of the first test with Sri Lanka as they enjoyed a healthy lead heading into day 4. The Sri Lankans, they were bowled out for 284 in their first innings. Sonai Dineshwar top scored for 100. We had Sutha picking up 4 for 76 for the Indian team. India earlier in the match made 462, with Padikal getting 167 and KL Rahul 82. The scores headed into day 4, it's India 462 and Sri Lanka 284. India, they're leading by 178 runs. Play will get underway just a little after midnight tonight. Let's bring you some volleyball news quickly. The men's national volleyball team, they ended their run in the ECVA championships in the BVI for a third-place finish and a bronze medal on Sunday, beating Bermuda in a 5-set marathon. Dominica took the first 2 sets, but Bermuda came roaring back to take the next 2 sets to force a fifth and decisive set in the game. But Dominica eventually won that fifth set 21-19 to claim the bronze medal. The men's team finished the tournament with 4 wins and 1 defeat, while the Dominica ladies, they ended the tournament on a strong note to salvage a 5th place position. Dominica, remember, they lost their first 3 matches, but they came back strongly to win the final 2, including beating Anguilla 3-2 in the 5th place match on Sunday. And Dominica won that game 25-21, 27-29, 25-19, 23-25, and the final set 15-11. And speaking of women's sports, we can also tell you that the defending champions, the Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers Starlights, they've moved into 2nd place in the point standings in the DFA Women's League with a comfortable win over the Belfast Estate Mausuka Strikettes last night at the DFA Technical Centre. Timisia Pelwi got a brace, and Adina Warrington and Patricia Pelwi also scored a goal each as the Bombers won that game 4-0. The Bombers, they now sit in 2nd place on 9 points. The former champions doing their good runners, but they've also moved into 1st place with a 7-0 hammering of the Kalinago Warriors last night at the DFA Technical Centre. Brianna Briggs, Alian George, they got 2 goals each, while Rosilia Regis, Naomi Defo and Kenya John also scored 1 goal apiece. Goodwill Runners winning that game 7-0, and they're in 1st place on 9 points by virtue of a superior goal difference over the defending champions, the Roosevelt Scarlet Bombers Starlights. Well, that's where we'll come to the end of the DBS Evening News and Sports. We invite you to tune in tomorrow morning for the DBS Major Morning News on behalf of the entire News and Sports Department. Our link person DJ Hello Boy, Gavin Richards saying good evening.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.
Good evening and welcome to this evening's edition of the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We head straight into the general announcements on the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. Tom Nike is pleased to announce that their pay-as-you-go customers, or to their pay-as-you-go customers, that the portal is now fully operational following the system upgrades. Customers can now view their account balances and add credit to their accounts to avoid any service interruption by using the following link, mypaug.domlec.dm. Customers are encouraged to update any bookmarks or any saved favorites in their web browser to ensure they are directed to the correct portal going forward. Existing customers can now access their accounts using only their account number and existing password. Additionally, new customers will now have the ability to create a username of their choice when registering for online access. If you experience any difficulty accessing your account or require assistance, please call Domlec Customer Service at 255-6118 or 6014 or 6024 or 6000. Domlec advises their pay-as-you-go customers that this connection will remain suspended until further notice while work continues on the company's new prepaid billing system. Customers are encouraged to replenish their accounts online or at any available authorized vendor to ensure that sufficient credit is maintained on their accounts. Domlek encourages customers to take advantage of the available top-up options and ensure that their accounts remain adequately funded. Domlek thanks all customers for their patience and cooperation. The Midnight Groovers would like to inform event organizers and promoters that the group is currently changing management and as such would like to advise promoters and the public to contact brothers Philip Chubby Mark at telephone number 767-615-2507 or Marcel Comark at 673-979